Imagine standing in a beautiful, manicured backyard on a sunny Tuesday afternoon. You are looking up at a 70-foot water oak that is leaning heavily over an expensive, custom-built pool screen enclosure. The homeowners are standing right next to you with their arms crossed, watching your face, waiting for your verdict. The husband looks at you and asks the golden question, "How much is this going to cost us?" You feel the pressure immediately. You do not want to look like you do not know your trade, and you certainly do not want to lose the job to the guy who bid it yesterday. So you look at the canopy, you look at the trunk, you glance at the gate access, you lick your thumb, and you toss out a number. Let us say $1,500. It feels like a solid, respectable number in the moment. It sounds like a lot of money for a single day of work. But deep down in your gut, you know the truth. You just guessed. You did what thousands of tree guys do every single day. You guesstimated. You pulled a number out of thin air, hoping it would cover your guys, cover your fuel, and leave you with enough money to buy groceries at the end of the week. Guesstimating a job price is exactly like walking up to a massive leaning tree and guessing the weight of a huge, waterlogged limb without checking a green log weight chart before you tie your rigging line. If you guess wrong on the weight of that wood, you snap your bull rope and crush the house below. If you guess wrong on your price, you snap your business cash flow and crush your financial future. Today, we are learning the true art of the estimate. We are going to move completely away from gut feelings, and we are going to look at a bulletproof formula based on 4 critical pillars: man hours, equipment usage, risk factors, and profit margins. By the time we are done today, you will never look at a tree and guess its price ever again. Let us break this down into the 3 major shifts you need to make to master the art of the estimate. The first shift is moving from job time to total man hours. When most working arborists look at a job, they think about how long it will take them to cut the tree down. They look at that water oak and think, well, it will take me about 3 hours to piece out the canopy and another hour to flush cut the stump. That is a 4-hour job. But that is a massive mistake. You are forgetting about the total man hours involved in the entire operation. If you have a crew of 3 people on that job site and the trucks are parked in that driveway for 4 hours, that is not a 4-hour job. That is 12 total man hours. You have to pay 3 separate people for 4 hours of their lives, plus their payroll taxes, plus their worker protections. And it gets even wider than that. True man hours do not just start when your chainsaw cranks up in the customer's yard. They start the exact moment your crew walks into your shop in the morning to check the oil in the trucks, and they do not stop until the trucks are backed into the shop at night and the chips are legally dumped. If it takes your crew 45 minutes to drive to the job, 4 hours to complete the work, 30 minutes to drive to the dump site, 45 minutes to unload the wood, and another 30 minutes to drive back to the shop, that 4-hour job just turned into a 7-hour day. Multiply 7 hours by 3 crew members, and you are paying for 21 man-hours of labor. If you only price the job based on the 4 hours you spent holding a chainsaw, your labor costs are going to eat you alive before you even finish the cleanup. You must calculate the total time of the entire crew from wheels rolling to wheels parked. The second shift is factoring in equipment usage and your specific job site risk factors. Every single machine you bring to a job site has a cost to run, even if you own it free and clear. Too many guys think that because their chip truck or their mini loader is paid off, that equipment is free to use. But that is like thinking a climbing rope lasts forever just because it did not break today. Ropes wear out, and so do machines. When you write an estimate, you need to treat your equipment like subcontractors that you are hiring for the day. If a local rental yard charges $300 a day to rent a mini loader, then your business needs to charge the client at least $300 every single day that your own mini loader is working on a property. That money goes into a separate bucket to pay for the hydraulic fluid, the tracks, the maintenance, and eventually the replacement cost of that machine when it finally dies. On top of equipment, you have to accurately price your risk factors. In the tree world, risk is our constant companion. But you should never take on risk for free. If you are pruning an oak tree in an open pasture with absolutely nothing underneath it, your risk is 0. If you drop a limb, it hits the grass. You can move fast, use big cuts, and finish the job safely with minimal rigging. But if that exact same oak tree is hanging over an expensive pool screen enclosure, a glass sunroom, or a set of high-voltage power lines, your risk shoots through the roof. You have to use smaller cuts, complex rigging systems, extra friction devices, and you have to move at a fraction of the speed to keep everyone safe. That extra complexity takes time, and it exposes your business to massive liability. If you charge the exact same price for the backyard pool tree as you do for the open pasture tree, you are giving away your expertise and risking your entire company for free. You must add a clear risk premium to your estimate whenever you are working around targets, tight access, or hazardous structural defects like included bark or rotten trunks. The third and most important shift is layering a true profit margin on top of your absolute costs. Yesterday, we figured out your daily burn rate, which tells you exactly what it costs just to keep your company alive for a day. But breaking even is not the goal of a business. Breaking even just means you manage to pay everyone else except yourself, and your business is standing perfectly still. To grow, your business needs profit. And let me clear up a huge misconception right now. Your personal salary as the owner is not profit. If you are out there climbing or dragging brush, your wages are part of the labor cost we calculated in step 1. Profit is the money that belongs to the company after all labor, all equipment expenses, all fuel, and your own salary have been completely paid. Profit is the starch reserves that a tree stores inside its root system during the good years so it can survive a brutal winter or a severe drought. Without profit, your business has no reserves. When you calculate your estimate, you add up your total labor costs, your equipment usage rates, and your risk premiums. Let us say all of those actual expenses add up to $1,000 for a specific job. If you want a healthy 25% profit margin, you do not just guess and add a few bucks. You use real math to build that margin into the final price so that your business can actually accumulate cash reserves, buy newer, safer gear, and protect your crew. Profit is what transforms you from a stressed-out tree cutter into a successful business leader. Moving away from guesstimating takes serious courage. It means you have to look a client in the eye and give them a price based on real data, real costs, and real math, even if that price is higher than they expected. Some homeowners will tell you that your price is too high. They will tell you that the guy down the street offered to do it for half the price. When that happens, I want you to remember this. The guy down the street does not know his daily burn rate, he does not factor in his equipment depreciation, and he is probably running his crew without workers' compensation insurance. He is a financial dead tree walking, and he is on his way to a massive crash. Do not let his lack of professionalism dictate the value of your life, your safety, and your business. Stand firm on your numbers because your numbers are rooted in absolute reality. Let us lock in the core lesson for today. Just because you are the best climber in the canopy does not mean you know how to keep a tree company upright. But learning to build a precise estimation system based on real math is the rigging that turns your daily hustle into a deep-rooted asset. Here is your homework assignment for today while you are driving between jobs or heading back to the yard tonight. Take the last job you completed this week, the one you already did the work for and collected the check on. Sit down with a piece of paper and write down the absolute honest numbers. How many total hours did your crew actually spend on that job from start to finish? What did the fuel actually cost? Did you factor in the wear and tear on your chipper knives and your chainsaw bars? Do the real math on that past job and see if you actually made the profit margin you thought you did, or if you accidentally gave the homeowner a discount out of your own pocket. Face your numbers honestly, stop guessing, and start pricing for profit. Take care of your crew, value your expertise, stay safe out there in the trees today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.